What is happening? Hope everyone is doing well. We have a Starbucks Grande Blonde Latte. I want to chat about automate, delegate, remove. Today, I want to chat about mindset. Today, I want to chat about becoming a lifelong learner. Today, we are talking about sales processes. So we're going to entitle these live sessions, Coffee with Cody. Happy Monday, y'all. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're staying safe out there. I want to say thank you for tuning in to another episode of Coffee with Cody. Today, we're chatting about retention and just a few words on retention. This is something that we chat about a little bit in my book that should be coming out we're thinking end of March. We're done the book. Everything's good to go. It's now in design. And right now, I want to say how excited I am about that. Really something that we've been working really hard on lately. It's been really top of mind, top of focus. It's been something that I really wanted to do since I was 18 years old. I remember I was an 18-year-old kid in Chicago at a conference and really thinking to myself, I'm going to write a book someday. So I'm super excited about that. It's been a lifelong dream. It's been something that I wanted to do. The book is going to be called What If You Could. That's the first time I've ever said that on live. So if you're listening to the live or you're listening back on the replay, you now know what the actual name of the book is. So that's super exciting. So I want to say thank you for tuning in to another episode of Coffee with Cody. Really the premise behind these is to provide massive value back to the entrepreneurial community to help them with marketing and mindset knowledge, help them build, grow, and scale online. Today, I want to chat about something that's so important, something that I've invested so much more resources into over the last 6 months, and it's on retention. And whatever business you're in, it is always easier to keep a client, and it's always less expensive than to keep a client happy than it is to go out and acquire a new client. Both are super important. Both are something I would never say stop trying to acquire new clients. That's just not wise. Maybe slow down, which is something that we're doing in order to really focus on retention as of late. But the subheading for this book, the book, when I talk about retention, is to really keep retention and upselling top of mind. So really, I just want to read this section from the book because I think it does something. It says it better than I could say it right now. So I'm going to read this, then we're going to talk about it. So businesses work for years to crack the code that convert leads to customers. When that moment arrives and you've landed a new client, celebrate. But truly, this is when the work of growing a business client by client begins. Entrepreneur Alex Sharfan created a model that maps out the 5 functions of growing a business: lead generation, lead nurture, conversion, delivery, retention, and upsell. Alex considers delivery and retention and upselling to be the most important functions of sustained business growth. We agree, and they're always top of mind at our agency. We distinctly remember learning how marketing agencies are perceived from the other side of the desk, thanks to David Morton, former CEO of Quaker Oats Canada and Neil's dad. David told us the 2 biggest reasons marketing agencies get fired are A, failure to drive results, and B, lack of communication. Delivering on what you promise and getting results for your clients are key requirements for retention. Excellent communication is absolutely crucial in any client-facing business. If you're not communicating with your clients on a daily or at least weekly basis, you are vulnerable. When communication is frequent and effective and relationships are thriving, it's a lot easier to sell additional services to your clients. If you're performing for your clients, the fastest way to continue to grow is by introducing new products and services that will benefit them. It's been a really big focus for us, retention. And I want to take you through a few things that we've added inside of our agency that has really helped us retain clients. But more importantly, I think retention really starts with your willingness to give a damn about your clients. And every client that we bring on, I know that we are deeply invested into their business and seeing them grow. It's why we have clients that are doubling revenue, adding, $100,000 projects, booking 40 plus appointments. We're really dedicated to your business. And one of the best, one of the best reviews I've ever been given is on our customer service from a client recently, because I think this is something that's really important to me. And I think ultimately, like Neil's dad said, former CEO of Quaker, the 2 reasons why agencies or businesses fail or get fired is because they either A, lack communication, or B, they just failure to drive results. And again, our desire more than anything is to drive results, number one, and keep communication, because I find that communication is so important in order to make changes, especially in the marketing world. When we keep that communication feedback loop open, we can make changes on the fly that can impact the campaign, which then can impact the profit that you bring into the business. And that's why we're always changing things, trying to make things better. Obviously, we have a system. Obviously, we know how these things work, just based on a overall business structure focus. But we ultimately wanted to make changes because we want to make sure that we're getting our clients results. So the biggest thing that I would say when it comes to retention, something that we've been implementing inside of our own business, is just weekly follow-up calls, just picking up the phone and calling every single client that we have that is in a marketing retainer with us or working with us on a project, to make sure that they are super clear about what's going on, so we can have that communication. We have account managers dedicated to actually making sure that we retain clients. And it's really important to us. It's something that we never used to do. We had Facebook groups, and I felt like our communication was good, but we're always looking at adding things to actually increase client retention. And something that I really challenge you, business owner, with is how can you, do more in order to retain the clients you have, or do more in order to, have that conversation from the get-go when you bring them in. It's like, this is what we do. We do weekly check-in calls with our clients to make sure there's open feedback. And from time to time, we might make suggestions in order to better help you in your business. So every once in a while, when we feel like it's the right fit, we'll have our account managers make a suggestion that will better help the business grow. And that's why I always say is, like, clients that understand their lifetime value of a client, I think can be really something. It can be something that can make the biggest change, because like Jay Abraham talks about all the time, he says there's really only 3 ways to acquire clients. You either to rather increase your revenue. You either go in and get new clients, you sell more to the current clients you have, or you increase your prices. How you sell additional services, if you genuinely feel that this additional service is going to bring them value, go to them, because you've already created that relationship with them. Go to them and say, hey, I would highly recommend you do this, or I would highly recommend you build this website, and this is why. And I've had this conversation with a lot of our clients over the last little while about this idea that if you do this thing, like maybe it's creating new content, whatever business you're in, think about the ways that you can actually resell them into additional services. And it's something that I find is so often missed, and something we're still working on, is creating that value ladder. Russell Brunson talks about this all the time, creating that value ladder of things that you can, of additional services that might benefit the end consumer, or might benefit your client. So that's really all I have to chat about today. Really excited about the book, really excited about where it's going. And I really appreciate your attention. I hope you got a lot of value out today. If you have any topics that you would love covered, I would love the opportunity to cover them on Coffee with Cody. I'm going to be trying out some things over the next little while. I might be bringing some guests on, but this is really the end of this specific series. I know I got caught up, but if you're listening back on iTunes or Spotify, if you could leave us a review, it would mean the absolute world to me. We don't monetize these. Again, really the goal is just to provide massive value back in the entrepreneurial community. And hope you get a ton of value. Hope you listen back. If you are listening back to the replay, type in the comment section replay. Would love to know where you're listening from, who you are. Love to give a little shout out. So really appreciate your attention. Really appreciate your time. And I hope you have a great day. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Coffee with Cody. We'll see you soon.